This time on Road and Race, I increased the horsepower on my 350Z with this. Welcome to another episode of Road and Race. In this video, I'm going to be making the engine in my 350Z more powerful by fitting this. What is this? Well, it's a Plenum Spacer. What's a plenum and why does it need spacing? Well, let's get the bonnet up and I'll explain. Here's the 350Z's 3.5 litre V6 engine. Over the life of the 350Z, it had 3 versions of this engine, and this is the first one, often referred to as the DE. It makes 287 horsepower. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, there is one small design flaw. This is the intake plenum. It takes air from outside and distributes it to the 6 engine cylinders. It slopes down towards the front of the engine. Nissan designed it this way in order to clear the stock strut bar and bonnet. This sloping design restricts airflow to the front of the engine, but an aftermarket spacer can help the front 2 cylinders breathe. Plenum spacers increase the overall height in the design, allowing more volume and greater airflow to all cylinders. Higher airflow allows for more power. We should expect a small power gain, maybe 10 horsepower or so, and maybe a small increase in torque too. But more importantly, the car should drive better, as it should rev more freely. I guess we'll find out when I take it for a test drive afterwards. Generally speaking, you can get another 30 horsepower or so out of this engine with some fairly straightforward mods. You can look at replacing the exhaust with something that's a bit more free-flowing. You can look at getting rid of the catalytic converters by fitting sports cats, or if you're not going to use this car on the road, get rid of the cats completely. And then finishing it all off with an engine remap. So the Plenum Spacer is a good first mod to do if you're looking at getting the most out of this engine. This spacer is made by an American company called Motordyne. Although not the cheapest, it is generally regarded to be one of the best. I got this spacer direct from the manufacturer in the States by using a company called Shipito. Now, you can usually get this part in the UK, but due to the COVID-19 problem we're all facing, I found it was difficult to get hold of. Plus, I wanted the reassurance that this was a genuine part coming straight from the manufacturer. The problems of ordering from the US though are some companies may not accept a foreign credit card, they don't do international shipping, and if they do, it can be really expensive. In this case, Motordyne wanted over $200 to ship this part. So I went to the Shipito website and used their calculator, and they would ship it for $63 plus fees of $15. So I ordered it and sent it to their address in the States, then they sent it to me. It took about 4 days to arrive. Now you have to pay UK VAT at 20% and import duties at 4.5%, but all in, it cost me £257. Not bad, when most UK retailers sell it for around that price anyway. If you were buying more than one item, Shipito can consolidate them all into one delivery, which can reduce delivery charges. Although it is potentially possible to save a bit of money from ordering from America, especially when they have big sales around their holiday times, it's more about getting something you can't get over here. Shipito offer a free membership, although their premium membership for £10 a month gives you discounts on the packaging and consolidation fee, so worth it if you order a lot of stuff. Use the link in the description box for 15% off your first shipment. So here's what's in the box. You get the 5/16 basic spacer, which is melt-proof and comes with gaskets pre-attached. You get longer bolts to replace the existing ones, and strut tail spacers, just in case it doesn't fit back on after. To fit the spacer is really easy. You just need to remove a few screws that hold the plenum onto the engine and disconnect a few tubes. Before you can do all that though, you have to get this strut bar off, this piece of plastic, and the airbox. The plenum bolts need removing in a particular order. Start with number 18 and work your way backwards.
It's normal to have a little bit of oil collecting inside the plenum, so now's the perfect time to clean it up. Much better.
Here's the plenum on the bench, and here's all the screws and washers that come with a kit. So these 6 spacers fit on like so, because obviously now when you fit a spacer on this, these will no longer touch the engine, so you need something just to fill the space. And because the spacer has made this plenum further away, give you all new screws which are a bit longer. So these longer ones here go towards the back, these ones here, and these smaller ones go around the outside.
The bolts need to be tightened in a certain order, so this time start at 1 and go up to 18. They need to be tightened progressively, so do them first all at 4 Newton meters, then again at 7, and finally at 11 Newton meters. Then simply put the car back together the same way you took it apart. What you do need to check though is the clearance between the top of the plenum and the strut bar. Here you can see mine was touching. Handily, Motordyne includes strut bar spacers. Here they are fitted. And there you can see we've got a nice bit of clearance. All that's left to do is tighten up the lock nuts. Now gently close your bonnet and make sure it closes properly without anything snagging or getting in the way. Now it's time to go for the test drive.
So I've taken the Z out for a test drive and giving her a thorough blast, and I hope you report things are good. I'll drop it down to gear, give her a bit of blast now. I'd say above 4,000 RPM, there's a small perceived increase in power. It seems to rev a little bit more freely. I mean, it's not night and day, it's not a massive difference, but it feels like maybe there is something there. Doesn't seem to have any bad points. There's no additional engine noise, no rattles, no hesitation through the gears, so I certainly haven't made things worse. As I said before, this isn't about getting massive gains out of one small mod. It's about the first step in a lot of supporting mods. So as an initial first step, so to speak, yeah, pretty good.
So that's it for this time. Click the box at the top right to see more videos of me modifying my 350Z. And as always, thanks for watching.